Welcome to episode 161 of the Hurricane Mike Show, where today we will be doing some week 11 predictions, man. We are already in week 11. How crazy is that? But, now, Dad, at least the Saints only lose on U.S. soil. Because why, Dad?
Because the Atlanta Falcons suck. I mean, that's the answer to everything. I mean, the space shuttle blew up. Dad, what happened? The Atlanta Falcons suck. That's what happened. You know, just everything. Atlanta Falcons suck. If you're ever confused, just think to yourself, the Atlanta Falcons suck.
Amen to that. But anyways, now let's just get right into predictions, man. Starting off, Thursday Night Football, you picked the Patriots, I picked the Jets, and you were right. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get to the Sunday slate. Oh, wait, hold on. First, we have two teams on bye week this week, the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. So, now let's get to the Sunday slate. At 8:30 in the morning, we got the Washington Commanders versus the Miami Dolphins in Spain. Last week, the Commanders got raced by the Lions, and the Dolphins last week, they did their thing against the Bills. So what do you think is going to happen in this one?
Woo, it is week 11, my boy.
Okay, hold on. One more thing. I went 7-7 last week, bringing my total to 78-71. You went 10-4 last week, bringing your total to 91-57-1. All right, I'll continue what you were going to say.
Week 11. This is where you got to start making that run for the playoffs. So, but unfortunately for these two teams, they're not running anywhere. So, except they run into Spain to show, the whole world how garbage they are at 8:30 in the morning. I mean, who's getting up to watch this? I don't know. But I'm going to do something I haven't done too much all year long. That is predict that the Miami Dolphins is going to win a football game. I know they're not very good at football, but neither are the Commanders right now. Jaden Daniels, I don't know, is he supposed to play or is he out?
He's out.
Out for the season, huh?
No, he's on pace to come back at some point later down the line, but he's not going to be back for the Spain game.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see Mariota again, or maybe he's out. I don't know who's over there. It doesn't matter. I think Tua is going to light them boys up in Spain. I think the Dolphins are going to win 28-16.
28-16. Yeah, I got the my prediction? I think there's going to be some garbage football played in Spain. That's my prediction. Like, the winner of this game, do they really win, though? Let's be honest. But I got Dolphins winning 15-14. I just don't trust Marcus Mariota. Like, I think Mariota isn't the worst guy to have in a situation, but he's not a guy where it's like you want him leading you to the promised land. So I got Dolphins winning 15-14. Now, for the 12 o'clock slate on Sunday, we got the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. These two teams already played once this season when the Panthers let Atlanta score a donut, and the Panthers won 30-0. Last week, though, the Panthers are coming off of a gruesome loss to the Saints, where they could only score on their first drive, and after that, they got shut out the rest of the way. While the Falcons went to Germany to go lose to a thing called a Daniel Jones. So what is your prediction for Falcons-Panthers?
I predict, not only do I predict, I hope this happens. I hope, and calm down, let me finish. I hope that Atlanta Falcons win this game. I hope the Falcons blow the Panthers out of the stadium, because I want them to go into the Saints game thinking, all right, we on a high, we're going to kill the Saints, and then we're just going to move forward. No, they're going to be on a high and think they're good again, and then the Saints are going to bring them back down to earth. It's going to be so great. So give me the Falcons to win this game 25-20.
All right, 25-20. I'm going Panthers to win. And I'm not going to lie, I low-key also want the Falcons to win so they can, lose to the Saints. However, I think the Panthers, I think they're pissed now. And let me tell you why. They just lost to the Saints, bro. You know how bad you have to be to lose to the Saints? I think the Panthers, I think they're going to take out their frustration on poor Atlanta. Give me Carolina to walk away with the win, 23-18. Next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. A week ago, the Buccaneers fell to the Patriots. And the Bills, they got blown out by the Miami Dolphins. So, Dad, what is your prediction for Buccaneers Bills?
I think the Bills are going to help the Saints out here. I think they're going to keep the Buccaneers at bay, keep them losing games so the Saints have time to catch up. That's what I think. That's what I think Josh Allen's major goal is, to help the Saints out. So, I think the Bills are going to win this game, and I think the score is going to be 31-21.
All right. I got the Buccaneers winning this one because I just don't trust the Bills, to be honest with you. It's like they're supposed to be a great team. They're not acting like it. So, therefore, I don't trust that defense of Buffalo. To be honest, their defense is probably one of the worst in the league. And the Buccaneers have a great offense. So, give me Tampa Bay to win this one 23-17, as much as I hate to say it. Next, we got the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. Both of these teams already played this season as well, where the Texans stormed them 26-0. Last week, the Texans made a 19-point comeback on the poor Jaguars to win that one 36-29. Well, the Titans, they didn't play. So, yeah, they're on bye. So, what do you think is going to happen for Texans-Titans? AFC South brawl, if you want to call it that.
I think more of the same. I think the Texans coming off a win. Davis Mills played well. And the Titans, they had a little rest last week. I don't know what they're resting for. I mean, they're going to be bad whether they rested or not rested. Give me the Texans to win this game. Let's see, they won last time 26-0. Give me them to win a little bit closer. I'm going to say 28-18.
All right, 28-18. I got Texans win too. Now, C.J. Stroud is not playing, but to be honest with you, I don't really think it matters, to be honest. I don't care if it's C.J. Stroud, Davis Mills, or I don't care if it's Helen Keller. I got the Texans winning this one 16-15. Why? Because I'm Titans trash. Okay, and I'm not saying the Texans are any world beaters. I'm not saying the Texans are a great or even a good football team. But they are not Titans bad. I don't think anybody's Titans bad. So give me the Texans to beat the Titans 16-15. Next, we got the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. These two teams played in week 1 where the Bears were up, I think, 17-0 or 17-6. And the Vikings stormed back to win 27-24. Now, a week ago, the Bears, they looked a little bit scary for a second against the Giants, but they were able to come back at the end and firing Brian Daboll. And the Vikings last week, man, they had a close one with the Ravens, but they just couldn't pull through because J.J. McCarthy choked. So what is your prediction for Bears-Vikings?
I think this one, the Vikings bounce back. I think McCarthy plays better. And, I think the Vikings are playing at home, so
yep.
I think they'll rely on that to push them over the top. So give me a score of 19-13. Vikings beat the Bears.
All right, I'm going Vikings as well. I think the Bears are due for a loss. Like the Bears, I think, have won 6 out of their last 7. So I think they're due for a loss. Especially against the Vikings. So give me the Vikings to win this one 28-19. Dennis Allen's defense is going to get exposed on Sunday. I'm calling it now. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers at the New York Giants. On Monday night, the Packers put everyone to bed. against the Eagles. And the Giants last week, they, like I said with the Bears, they almost beat the Bears. But Jackson Dart got hurt. Russell Wilson came in. The Giants defense collapsed, and Brian Daboll got fired. The Giants will be starting Jameis Winston on Sunday. So, what is your prediction for Packers Giants?
They got Green Bay as a heavy favorite. I'm gonna go against that. I'm gonna pick the upset here. New coach, new quarterback, gonna eat those W's. It's hard for me to do this, but yeah, I'm gonna go Giants. I think Jordan Love is overrated. I think he's proven it this year. I'm gonna go Giants. Gonna win this football game. 22-19.
All right. Well, I'm going Packers to win this one 32-16 because it's like the Giants. I just don't know how to. Like, I understand this. If there is a game the Giants are going to win, it's probably going to be this one. But the Packers, they've been losing a lot lately, so I think they're gonna be like, okay, we cannot overlook New York, and I think the Packers are going to punch them in the teeth and spit on their grave. Give me Packers to win 32-16. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another matchup that already happened. Last time that they played was on a Thursday night a few weeks ago, where the Bengals put up 33 points and still almost lost to the Steelers, but they were able to win somehow. And last week, man, the Bengals were on bye, and the Steelers, they might have been on bye too. I guess I could just they played on Sunday night versus the Chargers. That's right. And they also tried their best to put the nation to bed. So, what is your prediction for Bengals Steelers?
I think this is one of those games where you could just flip a coin because you can see either one of these teams winning. I mean, either one of these teams they've shown this year they can like beat anybody and they can also lose to anybody. But in this particular matchup, I'm going to take the home team Steelers. The Bengals defense is just bad, bro. They are bad. They're going to give up a lot of points. I think the Steelers will get 38 points to the Bengals. Steelers will give up a lot of points too. So give me 38-30.
38-30?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm also going the Steelers to get the win. It's like I think both teams are going to score a lot of points, and I think whoever gets the ball last is going to win this game. Or at least get the ball with like 2 minutes left. Like if the Bengals get the ball back last with like 5 seconds, I don't know if they're going to do anything with that. But anyways, give me the Steelers to get the win 29-24. A lot of points going to be scored. I think it's just going to go just like last time. Except the Bengals aren't going to win like last time. Give me Pittsburgh to win 29-24 in an AFC North matchup where both teams need it. Joe Burrow is planning on coming back by Thanksgiving, so if the Bengals want any shot at making the playoffs, this is a game that they have to win. However, I don't have them winning it. Give me the Steelers. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. A week ago, the Chargers played on Sunday night, and they obliterated the dog mess out of the Steelers. And the Jaguars, what did they do? They blew a 19-point lead to the Texans, led by Davis Mills in the fourth quarter, and the Jaguars only got 1 total yard of offense in the entire fourth quarter. So, what is your prediction for Chargers Jaguars?
I'm trying to think of that term you just said. They blew the dog mess out of what?
Yeah.
Well, whatever. They're about to blow the dog mess out of the Jaguars this weekend. I do believe the Chargers, they're battling the Denver Broncos for that number 1 spot in the AFC West. And I think they'll continue to put the pressure on the Broncos. I think they win this game 27-21.
27-1. All right, I actually got the Jaguars winning over the Chargers 16-15 because I think they're going to have the bad taste in their mouth being like, man, we should have had that win. So I think this is just a get-right game for Jacksonville, and I just don't trust the Chargers still. I'm sorry. Like, this is a game that they would lose. This is the team that they blew the 27-0 lead to in the playoffs a couple years ago. So, Jaguars got their number. So give me the Jaguars to get a win 16-15. Now, for the 3:05 games, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Los Angeles Rams. First time these two teams are playing. Last week, the Seahawks blew out the Cardinals and the Rams. The game against the 49ers was close for most of that game, but then they ended in a blowout. So, what is your prediction for Seahawks Rams?
Ooh, this might be the game of the weekend. Close game. I believe that the Seahawks are going on the road and they're going to win this football game. I think they're going to win in a score of 29-25.
29-25, okay. I got the Rams winning in a defensive one, 16-15. I just think both of these defenses are going to come out to play. It's a divisional game. The divisional games usually are the hard-hitting games. But however, I think the Rams are going to win it more because I think Seattle's currently number one in that division. So if the Rams win this game, that could alter not only the playoffs but also the division. So give me Rams to get the win. Next, another NFC West matchup. We got the San Francisco 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. 49ers a week ago. They were keeping it close with the Rams, but it got out of hand there at the end. And the Cardinals, they just got blown out by the Seahawks, like right out the gate. So what is your prediction for 49ers Cardinals?
Is Brock Purdy starting, or did they go back to Matt Jones yet?
Brock Purdy is starting.
Give me the Cardinals to win this football game. I think they'll upset the 49ers. They're going to eventually go back to Mac Jones and realize that, Brock Purdy is not the man. Mac Jones is the new man in town. Give him the bag. So, give me the Cardinals to win this football game. 19-18.
Yeah, I got Cardinals getting the upset as well. I got the Cardinals winning 32-29. Here's why. Okay. If I was the 49ers, I would start Mac Jones for the rest of the season. And it's not because Brock Purdy is bad. It's not just that. It's like you are winning games with Mac Jones. Okay, and I understand you had a big hiccup against the Rams. I get that. But it's the Rams, Like, the Rams are not arguably a top 3 team. They are literally a top, in my opinion, they're a top 2 team. So it's like, and yet you still put up a fight with the Rams. So if I was the 49ers, this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Cardinals are going to beat them 32-29, and they're going to realize, you know what? Let's put Mac Jones back in. And then they're going to say, his hamstring's messing up again, or whatever it was. And then they're going to be like, all right, Mac, get in there, and then they might win some more games. But give me the Cardinals to get the win, 32-29. Now for the 3:25 slot, we got an AFC North matchup. Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. We have Bengals Steelers and Ravens Browns. So an AFC North fest this week. Ravens last week, they put up a good fight with Minnesota and they ended up beating them at the end. And the Browns, well, let's just say they were the Browns. Losing to the Jets, who only completed 6 passes on Sunday. What is your prediction for Ravens Browns?
My prediction is, well, first off, let me ask a question. Is Kevin Stefanski trying to get fired?
What in the world was that? Kevin Stefanski?
Yeah.
Well, let's think about it. He's the Cleveland Browns head coach. He's the Browns head coach. He won Coach of the Year. I don't think he's trying to get fired, but
look, I'm not. We've talked about it on this show. I'm not a Shedeur Sanders fan, but you think the Cleveland Browns and people, they've seen enough of Dillon Gabriel? I mean, you think at some point you're not going to the playoffs. I mean, you just soon throw Shedeur Sanders in there and see what he got. And
yeah,
even if you think he's bad, he's going to be bad. At least you could put him out there and show people that he's bad. Like, look, this is why I didn't want to play him, because he's bad. But he hasn't been doing that, so I really don't know what's going on in there. But getting back to this game here, that was just on my mind. I had to get rid of it. All right. Having said that, I think they're losing. I think the Baltimore Ravens are getting it together, at the right time, they're going to go on a winning streak, and the Browns are in their way, and the Ravens are going to win this game 37-14. Blowout.
7-14, okay. Now, I'm not predicting it, but I won't be surprised if the Browns get a win here because the Browns always have that one win every season where it's like, how? Like, how? And sometimes it'd be against the Ravens. So I won't be shocked if Cleveland pulls it out. And I don't think Dylan Gabriel's the guy, but I won't be shocked if Cleveland wins this. However, give me the Ravens to win. However, if the Browns win, I won't be as surprised as you think I should be. Give me the Ravens to win a close one, 20-17. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think because it's a divisional game. Give me Baltimore to get the W. Now, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. A week ago, the Chiefs were on bye, thank God. And the Broncos, they also tried to put the nation to bed when they beat the Raiders. So what is your prediction for Chiefs-Broncos?
Our prediction is the Chiefs need to get a win or it's a wrap for them this season. So I think, having said that, coming off a bye, hopefully they healed up a little bit. I think the Chiefs get this win. Even though I like the Broncos, but I think they get this win in particular and, knock the Broncos down. And then they're in a tie with the Chargers, yada, yada. All right. So, Chiefs, 27. Broncos, 23.
27-23, so a close one. Okay. I got Chiefs winning 2 and not that close. I got them winning 30-18. I just don't trust Denver. I think this is the time where the Chiefs start rolling over folks, and I think Denver's the first victim. Give me the Chiefs to win 30-18. Now for Sunday Night Football at 7:20, we got the Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles. Lions, a week ago, they did their thing against Washington. Blew everything out of the Commanders, including their quarterback. And the Eagles, week ago, they did their thing, but it still was not enough to keep anybody awake versus the Packers. But what is your prediction for Lions, Eagles?
My prediction is the complaining and the stuff that's going on with the Eagles is going to continue after this game because the Lions are going to blow the door off the Eagles. And A.J. Brown's going to complain, going to be like, "Did not throw me the ball and this and that." Cry me a river. You know what this is?
Huh?
You know what this is?
Tiny violin.
Tiny violin playing just for A.J. Brown. Anyway, I'm going with the Lions to win this football game 31-27.
31-27? All right. I got the Eagles winning in a defensive one as well. I think, the Eagles, they're going to be pissed off. Not like, look, they're 7-2, but I think the Eagles are going to be like, okay, we got to get this win. Jalen Hurts is just not that good at football, but give me the Eagles to win this one 16-15. Why? Because I said so. Now, for Monday Night Football, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Las Vegas Raiders, and I just have to ask, why? You're telling me on a May or June afternoon, whenever the schedule comes out, you're looking at all the games you got for the week, and you look at Cowboys Raiders, and you're like, that there, right there, Cowboys Raiders, that there is a game everybody's going to want to watch on a Monday night. That game between Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys versus Geno Smith, the Las Vegas Raiders. That's the game that everybody's going to want to drop everything to watch. That there. You're telling me that's what... Like, you could have did Chiefs Broncos for Monday night. You could have did Bengals Steelers. That could have been an interesting one. Buccaneers Bills could have been good for that. Who else? Bears Vikings could have been. I mean, I understand you had that week 1, but a little two-time won't hurt nobody. Like, bro, I would even rather Packers Giants in the slot than freaking Cowboys Raiders. Like Chargers, Jaguars could have been a good game. 49ers, Arizona, maybe.
I could tell you why that the Raiders,
Rams. All right, what?
That the Raiders and Cowboys on Monday Night Football in Week 11 even in the before the season, you can look at this game and say, "Oh, that's a trash game." Why? They're the Cowboys. That's the only reason. We have to put the Cowboys on a certain amount of primetime games, or we're gonna be stupid. Jerry Jones is gonna stop paying us money or whatever. So that's why the Cowboys are on there, even if it's against the Raiders. But having said that, I think the Raiders are winning this football game. I think they're gonna be so mad because they playing on Monday night, and everybody gonna look how trash they are. They're gonna be like, man, if only we wasn't playing the Cowboys. That's why we on this Monday night slot. But anyway, yeah, the Raiders are gonna be mad, so they're gonna play all emotional, and they're gonna win 18-16.
Yeah, look, man, Seahawks Rams should have been this game.
Been good, yep.
But it's like, nah. You know what? Let's have Dak Prescott versus Geno Smith, two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Okay. Yeah, give me the Raiders to win as well, 26-17. Now, I won't be shocked if the Cowboys win for Marshawn Nealon, but just because a guy died don't mean that you automatically win. I'm sorry, but that doesn't mean nothing. Give me the Raiders.
Probably should have been the Chiefs Broncos, but the Chiefs are probably on like 7 primetime games already this year, so had to give the Cowboys another one here.
Bro, I would rather Seattle Rams, Chargers, Jaguars would have been fun. Chiefs, Denver, Buccaneers, Bills. That's probably one of the best games of the week. Bears, Vikings would have even. Bro, honestly, Packers, Giants probably was going to be more interesting than this. But yeah, give me Raiders to win 26-17. So, yeah. Anyways, do you got anything else to add?
Nope, just gonna watch some football this week without being emotionally involved because no Saints, no who that.
Yeah. So yeah, these are the teams that I think is going to pick up a win on Sunday and Monday. You think the Dolphins, Falcons, Bills, Texans, Vikings, Giants, Steelers, Chargers, Seahawks, Cardinals, Ravens, Chiefs, Lions, and Raiders all get W's. And I think that the Dolphins, Panthers, Buccaneers, Texans, Vikings, Packers, Steelers, Jaguars, Rams, Cardinals, Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles, and Raiders all get W's. Dad, where can they find you?
Find me on Mic'd Up YouTube channel and on Hurricane Mike Show every week.
Yeah, you can always find me at Hurricane Mike, Kyle Phelps, and Keeping It Real Who Dat Sports Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on so you don't miss another upload. And Dad, we're gonna leave them as always with a Who Dat. Even if they're not playing, we're gonna leave them with a Who Dat. And don't be a what?
Don't be a Falcons fan, even though they're gonna win this week. To think y'all good, but y'all not good. We're gonna
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.